Hello students, this is remote learning initiative undertaken by Shet Vidya Mandir English High School CBSE. Myself Preetham De Silva, your SST teacher, and today we are going to deal with Standard 7th History Chapter 5 Rulers and Buildings. Part 3 Gardens, Tombs and Forts. Students, under the Mughal rulers, gardens, tombs and forts were built. Babur was interested in planning and laying out formal gardens placed within rectangular walled enclosures and divided into four quarters by artificial channels. These gardens were called Chahar Bagh, four gardens, because of their symmetrical divisions into quarters. Beginning with Akbar, some of the most beautiful Chahar Baghs were constructed by Jahangir and Shah Jahan in Kashmir, Agra and Delhi. During Akbar's reign, tomb architecture became important. His architects turned to the tombs of his Central Asian ancestors, Timur. The central towering dome and the tall gateway were important aspects of Mughal architecture. First visible in Humayun's tomb. The tomb was placed in the center of a huge formal Chahar Bagh and built in the tradition known as Eight Paradises or Hast Bahisht, a central hall surrounded by 8 rooms. The building was constructed with red sandstone edged with white marble. Students, during Shah Jahan's reign, huge construction activity was carried on in Agra and Delhi. The ceremonial halls of public and private audience, Diwani Khas o Aam, were carefully planned. Placed within a large courtyard, these courts were also described as Chihal Sutun or 40-pillared halls. Students, Shah Jahan's audience halls were specially constructed to resemble a mosque. The pedestal on which his throne was placed was frequently described as the Qibla, the direction faced by Muslims at prayer. Since everybody faced that direction when court was in session, the idea of the king as a representative of God on earth was suggested by these architectural features. Students, the connection between royal justice and the imperial court was emphasized by Shah Jahan in his newly constructed court in the Red Fort at Delhi. Behind the emperor's throne was a series of pietra dura inlays that depicted the legendary Greek god Orpheus playing the flute. Students, pietra dura means colored hard stones placed in depressions carved into marble or sandstone, creating beautiful ornate patterns. It was believed that Orpheus' music could calm ferocious beasts until they coexisted together peaceably. The construction of Shah Jahan's audience hall aimed to communicate that the king's justice would treat the high and the low as equals, creating a world where all could live together in harmony. In the early years of his reign, Shah Jahan's capital was at Agra, a city where the nobility had constructed their homes on the banks of the river Yamuna. These were set in the midst of formal gardens constructed in the Chahar Bagh format. The Chahar Bagh garden also had a variation that historians describe as the river front garden. In this, the dwelling was not located in the middle of the Chahar Bagh but at its edge close to the bank of the river. Students, he adapted the riverfront garden in the layout of the Taj Mahal. Here, the white marble mausoleum was placed on the terrace by the edge of the river, and the garden was to its south. Shah Jahan developed his architectural form as a means to control the access that nobles had to the river. In the new city of Shahjahanabad that he constructed in Delhi, the imperial palace commanded the riverfront. Only specially favored nobles were given access to the river. Region and empire. Students, ideas and traditions began to be adopted by other regions. Elephant stables at Vijayanagara were influenced by architectural styles of Bijapur and Golconda. Temples in Vrindavan were very similar to Mughal palaces in Fatehpur Sikri. Students, the Mughal rulers were particularly skilled in adapting regional architectural styles in the construction of their own buildings. In Bengal, the local rulers had developed a roof that was designed to resemble a thatched hut. The Mughals liked this Bangla dome. In Akbar's capital at Fatehpur Sikri, many of the buildings show the influence of the architectural style of Gujarat and Malwa. Students, different architectural styles like Gothic developed outside India. The churches used this style with high pointed arches, stained glass, tall spires, and bell towers.